All right, hey Tom, listen, when you got a vacancy, you want to get it on the market right away, and that's what I've done. I actually had this up and, sign up and put on the local listings, restaurant available, fully furnished, that sort of thing. Never waste a minute, either when you're buying something, selling something. It doesn't suit you to delay ever. Very good, here we go, thank you. So the tenant left, and he also left a mess. It's really difficult when you see somebody, any business go out of business. It's kind of heart-wrenching. Somebody put a lot of their heart and soul into something, and for whatever reason it didn't work out, whether it's their own fault or the economy or whatever, it just hurts. It's hard to watch. In this situation, basically, we were so far behind that I basically now own everything inside the restaurant. And so now, as a result, I have a turnkey restaurant opportunity available, and I got to be very selective with who I let have that, because a lot of people have aspirations for restaurants. Let's look in here, that don't have any money. This has got a walk-in fridge, and then in the back there's a walk-in. I'm not going to go in there because the place is pretty filthy. The guys are starting from the bottom up washing. These are people that work for me. And the floor is sticky in here and it's slippery in the fridge. So we got to just get this thing cleaned. And I got a chef coming over here right now to meet me that's interested in doing something. And it's funny because you'll learn in my mentorship a lot of tips and tricks to making things happen. This guy, as a result of some of the things I do, that's how I found this guy. I can tell you a lot of times restaurant and bars, three guys will open a restaurant and bar, and it's like buying a boat. The happiest day is when they started. And then the next happiest day is when they get rid of the thing. Oh, somebody's here. Okay, let's go. We're not going to film him. He doesn't expect that, but we'll talk about the result. So anyways, the potential tenant just left. I like him as far as a good prospect. He's a better prospect than who I visited yesterday. I've got a LOI, that's a letter of intent, saying, hey, we want to do this, this, and this. It can be a way of kind of, without having to go through the procedure of writing the lease, negotiating down to a point of then you build the lease. I like letters of intent for negotiating leases. I hate letters of intent for buying or selling property. But he is very interested, and I just bottom line, I'm not gonna play games. I said, look, this is the bottom line, this is what I want, this is what I'll do. And for your first year, to help them get through their first year, I told them, how much money, this place used to do a lot. For a restaurant, this place did a lot. And in the past, so it could do a lot again. So he's aware of that. And so he's gonna talk to his partner and get back with me, and then I'll weigh the value of him as a tenant versus the other gentleman, and I'll pick one of them or I'll find a new one. So that's it. So the next thing you're gonna see is a for lease sign up there saying 2,000 square feet and who to call or text. And that's what's going up next. And that's just a natural. You always want to put a sign on your property. Never rely on just an ad. That's stupid. Because people that are in the neighborhood, people are cruising the areas where they want to put a business, just like they'll cruise the area where they want to live. So never be shy about putting up a sign. It's probably the most important thing you can do to get the best tenant. Clean it up inside. We'll scrape this paint off the outside here and just make it look very, very clean and presentable. And actually, I'm actually ordering a machine today. I'm buying a, what's called a squeegee machine. And we're gonna start paving all of my own parking lots. The reason for that is we can do it strategically without interfering with the businesses as much. When you have somebody restripe your parking lot, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, especially with tenants and working around them and making access and upsetting people. So you gotta kind of do it strategically so people have access and can park, get to the building without having to step in sealant and the seal coating. And so that'll be fun. You're gonna see it. I gotta get that ordered today. I meant to do it yesterday. Been so busy. I did just close a house yesterday and leased it the same day for 2 years. So everything's going well. This is 1,980 square feet, basically 2,000 square feet. And I'm gonna walk this through. So whenever you are a retail landlord, never try to anticipate too much what your tenant's gonna do. Just kind of make it an open canvas. So what we're gonna deliver here is a clean white box. We call it a white box. well, when you deliver a retail space or even any space that's commercial, industrial, that sort of thing. So what we'll do is we're going to strip all this stuff off the walls. We'll texture where we need to, and we're just going to repaint and give a nice clean box. I got Miguel here with me, my main manager, property person. And so Miguel, like I was saying, we'll take out all these lights, these fluorescents. We're going to get rid of all these lights up here, and we'll put in the new LED boxes that just kind of look like you can't even see the bulbs. I diffuse the lights so well, they're just like a glowing cube, and you have 3 different light settings. Really recommend those. But we're going to fill those in here, and then make sure the ACs are up to par and clean and are going to last for a good long while. When a tenant comes in, like Miguel asked me, said, hey, you want to keep the carpet? And the carpet's filthy, but I can't anticipate what the new tenant is going to want to do. So I'm not going to take it out assuming somebody doesn't want it, because sometimes somebody comes in and they'll be asking for a carpet allowance. So all I want to do with a business is I don't want to be their partner. I don't want to do their tenant improvements. Don't even want to participate. Now, to some degree, tenants say, oh, can you give me half a month's rent or a month's rent to start? And I might say, yeah, give me a strong security deposit and 1 month's rent. I'll give you the first 30 days free. I can do that. But what I look for is somebody that is going to succeed, right? You really want somebody that's going to succeed. And so if they're new, you got to remember 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And so when they're asking you to do certain improvements, you don't want to do it on your dime. You can do it on your dime, but here's what I do, is I say, okay, we'll do it. You want me to put 10 grand improvements? You go ahead and put them in. And then I'm going to take $10,000 off your first year, and I'll take $1,000 off a month for the first 10 months, and then they're getting the money that they wanted. But if they failed in between, I'm not going to eat it. You know what I mean? It's not going to be my burden, it's going to be theirs. I'd maybe take a little bit less rent, but I'm willing to take that risk. That's what we'll do, is this will just get all, our painters are ready to go right now too, right? So yeah, just have them strip it, paint it. We'll get the lights in, pull these out, and we'll be good to go. That's it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go to Flip Anything USA and get my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. Not a better book out there. And you want to talk to me, just fill out any of those things at flipanythingusa.com. A webinar or the mentorship, if you want to apply. It's expensive, but it's worth it. I got many millionaires in my class, new millionaires. So I look forward to hearing from you. See you.